Good afternoon, everybody. We are live. The 401 Sportsworld Fantasy Football Show. In the house with me is Lacey and the calculator as usual. How you all doing today?
Doing well.
Greetings and salutations, everybody. Another wonderful day. But get ready for Waiver Wire Wednesday, folks.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So today, we're going to go over the usual news and notes. We got to talk about those injuries, those injury situations and everything. And then we have to go from there. We'll talk about the studs and duds. And then we have we have a mini draft today, which Lacey, we know you always enjoy those. And we also have the listener league. So we got a lot to cover today.
Okay. You say so.
All right. Well, okay. Well, we'll get to it.
Get to it.
401 Sportsworld Fantasy Show. Here we go. All right. We're back. All right. Calculator, kick us off with some injuries.
Oh, well, the biggest injury, the injury heard around the world, a person that's near and dear to Lacey's heart in one of her big leagues, Javonte Williams will miss the remainder of the season with a ACL. And what's so bad about this is Melvin Gordon was doing so bad. Yeah. Javonte was about to just be the head honcho from here on out, league, because every time he got the ball, he was ripping off runs. He's great pass catcher and everything, but just another freak injury and another young horse down. So, he had 280 yards, 63 touches prior to getting hurt. And this injury looks a lot like the J.K. Dobbins. So people realize that this is actually happening close to 6 weeks after J.K. Dobbins did his last year. So he could be even further back in his recovery because, again, it was an ACL and an LCL. So, that's two things. But, now, even though Melvin Gordon was doing so bad, he's kind of like the only one in town. And people say, well, calculator, what about Mike Boone? I mean, he was out there all day. Well, Melvin Gordon was still nursing a neck injury. Melvin Gordon fumbled on his first possession. So he's kind of in the doghouse. So now it's kind of like, and then Mike Boone went on and dropped 3 crucial third down passes that would have gotten first downs that really, in my opinion, caused them to lose to the Raiders. There were other things that contributed, but definitely, drive killing drops like that is not going to endear you to the coaching staff, especially if you're trying to overtake a proven veteran in like Melvin Gordon III. But if you check all your leagues, Melvin Gordon III most likely ain't going to be out there. But Mike Boone, he's pretty much available in every league I've seen out there. So, but tread carefully. Again, they could go back and this could be a 70-30 split between Melvin Gordon III and Mike Boone. Latest word is the Denver recently signed Latavius Murray off the Saints practice squad. So Latavius Murray, a retread coming into town. So that's just they're just muddy.
He just scored a touchdown in London.
Exactly. I didn't
know he was playing for New Orleans. So.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what was crazy. Kamara went inactive. They elevated Latavius Murray to the active roster. Again, like you said, he scored a touchdown because Melvin Gordon got a little dinged up in London. So then Kamara come back, because Kamara is not on the injured reserve. So he's taken up a roster spot. So in order for him to come up, instead of being out, you have to use a roster spot. So what they did is they moved Latavius Murray down to the practice squad, and the Broncos went and signed him off of the practice squad. So he's definitely a deep sleeper for those people that can't get enough of Latavius Murray. So another injury, Jonathan Taylor injured an ankle. Luckily it's not, it came back negative, which is good news because a lot of people were fearing a high ankle sprain. So, but the bad thing is he did get injured. However, they got a Thursday night game. So please, Jonathan Taylor owners, beware. If you have Nyheim Hines on your bench, watch the thing. He is not going to be available most likely on waivers. So, but people that have Hines on their bench, this might be a good time to start him if Jonathan Taylor is out, because he's had 10 plus touches in 20 career. Hines has had 10 touches in 20 career games and has averaged 14.5 fantasy points when he gets the touches. But again, he's not available in a lot of my leagues. The last word I saw is 40% of leagues. So in the shallowest leagues, he might be doing there. So another injury, Cordell Patterson. This was a surprise. I mean, he was doing great, but what the thing is, he had a knee procedure done, and they officially placed him on IR. So that's at least 4 games. So, the people go and look for Algier, hey, Caleb Huntley showed a little juice against the Seattle Seahawks this past weekend. Of course, I think that was more of a result of basically not wanting to throw passes due to game script against Seattle. So they just ran Algier and Huntley into the ground in that game. So if anybody picks them up, beware. They do play Tampa Bay next week. They will not be as productive next week as they were last week. So if you're looking for a Band-Aid, those aren't guys I'd be using. Those are more guys you might want to use when the matchup's favorable, until Patterson gets back in 4 weeks, of course. So then, I think the latest figures was Algier was available in 83.2%, and Huntley is available, last time I checked, 100% of leagues, Caleb Huntley. So, another thing, Tua Tagovailoa for the Thursday night game, people keep talking about it. A lot of people said he was misdiagnosed. The reason Tua got hurt is because he was slammed to the ground by a 300-pound person. I don't think there was any repercussions from the week before. Couldn't. I'm not a professional. I just know if you get slammed down by the ground and you've never had a concussion, you probably could have had a concussion after that hit. So because that was a vicious third down. Surprised they didn't get the flag because there was a little extra, torque in that one. But he's already been out. Declared out for the Jets this week. So people, if you're the streamers and you feeling frisky, Teddy Bridgewater, he's got Tyreek Hill to throw to. He's got Jalen Waddle to throw to. He's got Chase Edmonds out of the backfield to throw to. And it's the Jets. Sorry, Ms. Lacey. I gotta put that in there. Last time I saw is the Jets having the wording I saw was Jets having exploitable defense for Teddy Bridgewater to go against.
That's a fine way to put that.
Yeah, definitely for super flex leagues, that is definitely an intriguing prospect. Also, word on the street, not due to injury, basically bad performance. Pickett is taking over for Mitch Trubisky in Pittsburgh, and Pickett looked pretty good in his thing, but again, it was the Jets, so I do want to in there, but. We'll see how he's going.
Mouth calculator.
I'm just telling the truth to the people, Miss Lacey. That's all I'm doing.
Not looking too good either.
Hey, the Jets still won though, right? So you got to look at it like that, right? But no, that's another. But that's more of a, keeper league dynasty play. Keep an eye on it, because guess who? Mitchell Trubisky gets to face Buffalo this weekend. So they'll say welcome to the NFL. Von Miller will. So another one. Another good news when it comes to injuries, Brian Robinson medically cleared, and the team designated him to return from the IR. Antonio Gibson, if anybody watched that game, he had a career low in snap percentage. This could be them kind of gearing the way and paving the way for playing time for Brian Robinson, because from what I saw, J.D. McKissick was not very effective with the increase in snap percentage. So if Brian Robinson's available, he's available in 62% of leagues. People might have forgot him. I picked him up in a couple leagues and just stashed him on my IR spot. But if he's available, definitely is now the time to pick him up. Traylon Burks, the old turd, I call it the turd toe, the official medical wording is turf toe. A lot of people, it affects people different way. I remember Devontae Adams, when he had it a few years ago, he was out for 3 weeks. Lamont Jordan, back in the day when he was with the Raiders, back
throwback.
throwback back in the Randy Moss Raider days. He was actually out for 6 to 7 weeks, and that's when I got the term turd toe, because you never know. It could be any from 2 weeks to 6 weeks, even longer. I think it was Jack Lambert back in the day in the Pittsburgh. They said that was one of the injuries that he got that actually caused him to retire. Hey, that's just word on the street. So, you can always fact check me if you want. Anyway. Commanders, Jahan Dotson could miss a game or two. The old pesky hamstring injury. I think that hurts a guy like him. He's one of those quick twitch type receivers, use his quickness, his speed to get open. So hamstring injury could be a little worrisome for him. So that just, I think, is going to be increased target share for Terry McLaurin and Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel owners, flex them up if you got them now, as long as Dotson's out. Coach Brian Daboll said the Giants wide receiver, Kenny Galladay, his week 5 doesn't look promising for those people that are wondering. So that just means
he hasn't had any promising weeks.
He hadn't had a promise since he signed that contract.
Not one.
If you haven't dumped him already, I'm just saying that for the people that own Wan'Dale Robinson and Kadarius Toney, they're continuing to make progress, and they might continue to make quicker progress because that's more target share out there.
Yeah.
Rashad Bateman, midfoot injury. Those are a little scary. Those, of course, right now, if you drafted a Bateman, he was a flex play at best. Now it's one of those things, just put him on. Don't drop him. He's definitely not droppable, because when he's out there, he's explosive. But yeah, Mark Andrews is the only guy, and Lamar Jackson, of course, only ones you can trust in the Ravens offense. Because I'm even worried about J.K. Dobbins. He started off on fire, but then it's like they forgot how successful he was in the first half, and then decided to try and throw against the Bills, and I really didn't see what that is, but I'm not part of the coaching staff. But anyways, Bateman, keep an eye out on him. Jamison Crowder, broken ankle. Isaiah McKenzie, concussion protocol. What does that mean? I think this is the time, Gabe Davis. Right? Yeah, Buffalo. This is the time that you can start up your Gabe Davis shares if you've been keeping him on the sideline, because he hadn't been paying off, even if you've been starting past 2 weeks. But now it's almost like necessity. It's going to be Stephon Diggs, and it's going to be Gabe Davis. The problem, I think they get a big lead against Pittsburgh, and it might be the Singletary, Dawson Knox. His target share could go up, but all those running backs for Buffalo, you can I think if they get a lead, now that you think about it, if you think of Buffalo, even when they get a lead, they kind of still throw the ball, don't they? So, but now they don't have these guys to throw to, so that could change them to get it. But yeah, just keep an eye on that. If you're a Crowder owner, I actually think he can be safely dropped, because a broken ankle, he's going to be out for a few weeks, and then
he hasn't been getting enough to hold on to.
Exactly. The only time I would have started him up is if Gabe Davis stayed kind of injured and Isaiah McKenzie didn't pass concussion protocol. But as soon as they put Jamison Crowder in there, increased target share and increased snap percentage, after Isaiah McKenzie went out, Crowder goes out. Yeah. So,
okay. Woo. Yeah. That's a lot to process, calculator. My head is spinning.
Well, that was it. So
I don't want to talk about injuries anymore.
Okay. Well, that wasn't just injuries. That was also, letting people the news and knows. That's why I got it. Oh, but just one thing that wasn't on the injury report for the people that watched the Falcons Seattle game. DK Metcalf was carted off on the field. However,
I thought he had to go to the bathroom.
He did. And they said, DK, you had to get carted off the field to go to the bathroom. He said, yes, he could not do the butt clench to make the run back. He said this on Twitter to go there. So Lamar Jackson denies on his toe. DK took ownership and said, yes, I had to use the bathroom, and I just got a ride to the bathroom. But then he came back and scored a touchdown, so he's perfectly fine. So, for those people that were watching the game, because I had to go on the Twitter sphere, folks, because I was scared. I'm a DK owner in 2 leagues, so I had to find out if he was really hurt. So,
okay, well, he's good to go.
He was good to go, and he is healthy and good to fire up next week.
Oh, okay. So what we got next, Mr. 411?
We are going to transition Before we do that, we're going to give a shout out to some of these comments right here that's in the board here. Carbon Q, what's happening?
Oh,
Hi,
yeah.
Carbon Q.
We appreciate you, Carbon Q, dropping in, saying hello, showing some love.
Always love the people stopping by and saying hi.
Absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Welcome, one and all.
All right. Absolutely. We definitely welcome Carbon Q. We thank you for your support.
Okay.
All right. Before we go into the studs and duds, let's talk about black tie. All right. Black tie. 478-973-3669. 478-973-3669. Now, I bet you're asking, what is black tie? Well, black tie, if you live in the middle Georgia area, and you can even stretch it beyond that. Black tie is who you need to reach out to for your DJ services. Black tie can do it all, and he plays it all. Remember, you asked me about some 80s.
80s. I
rock.
was about to add in there, Mr. 41. He plays 80s stuff too, folks. So
Come on,
keep that in mind.
he plays it all.
He plays it all.
Yes, as long as he plays Hall & Oates, a little Key Sweat.
That's right, man. Baby.
and then he can switch it over to some Key Sweat. I'm good.
I got you.
All right, how about you, Lacey? What's something good that you like to hear?
Music wise, I mean, I'm kind of all over the map with music. So
okay, well, black tie can take care of that for you.
R&B and rap and country.
That's right.
Hey, well, you got to listen to something when you make your trips to Houston,
rock,
right?
So I like all kinds of music. I'm just not really into jazz.
Oh, I got
it. It makes me go to sleep if it doesn't have words.
That's interesting. All right. Okay, cool. All right, but DJ Black Tie, check out DJ Black Tie. He's actually going to be working the event that I'm going to attend. So, I'm already prepared, and I got my line dances in place. I already practiced them, so I'm ready to go.
All right. Joe.
Oh, you know what? Let me add that one to there. Okay, man.
Yeah, that's
good thing I'm not a wide receiver because I would have been busy in the end zone.
There we go.
All right, good. Shout out to Black Tie. All right, let's get to the studs and duds. Studs and duds. We're gonna get the graphic up, and we're gonna start with Thursday night. There was some studs on Thursday night. One of them was Tyreek Hill. You mentioned him earlier.
Yeah, he did it. He did the long ball and the short ball. He was doing it all on Sunday night. I said let's take Jamar Chase off there, Mr. 41, because I'm a Jamar Chase owner, and I did not feel like he was very studly on Thursday night. And Mixon. The good thing about Mixon is should say the bad thing about Mixon is he had close to 7 rushes inside the 5 and just only got 1 touchdown out of it. So the opportunities were there, and he just could not cash in. T. Higgins. The reason Jamar Chase was not a stud was because T. Higgins was catching everything and making the most out of his opportunities. So, yes, that was a interesting Thursday night. Oh, I'm having flashbacks, Lacey, from our matchup. The top of the list, somebody, well, we'll talk about it in the listener league on a movie day that I was very upset.
You know me on my Sunday morning.
Oh, my gosh, 3 minutes before kickoff. Are you kidding me? Anyways, Austin Eckler, welcome back to the NFL, but if you looked at his matchup, he was bound to do his thing. Josh Jacobs, unfortunately, I was I actually played somebody, Lacey, in our big money league that had Josh Jacobs and Miles Sanders on the same team. Yes, that was very lovely to get that going against them. Jared Goff, I'll tell you, even the best I actually sat Jared Goff and put Mariota in there at the last minute. So my Sunday move did not work out very well in one of my leagues. Marcus Mariota. Of course, I was going against Miles Sanders and bring Josh Jacobs, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, there wasn't anything you could do about that.
Yeah, so I didn't feel as bad. Geno Smith, goodness gracious. I mean, he it was the Atlanta Falcons. Lions. Take that for what it's worth.
Detroit.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. Yeah, because the Falcons, they Falcons beat Seattle the week before, so I still had Seattle on the mind. So, Detroit. Just want to let people know the 32nd ranked defense, the number 1 ranked offense. So those are ones where you start people against Detroit and start people if you own Detroit players. So yes, that one of those stats I saw. First in offense, last in defense. A fantasy manager's dream.
Yeah.
So, hey, and I'm telling you right now, Saquon Barkley is now number 1 in running back rankings going forward everywhere. Yes, he has overtaken a healthy Christian McCaffrey, and yes, he's taken over an ineffective Jonathan Taylor. Saquon Barkley is your number 1 running back this year. The only bad thing is his lack of touchdowns this past week. Daniel Jones gobbled them all away from Saquon Barkley. But other than that, you can't beat the workload, you can't beat the efficiency, and you can't beat being a centerpiece of a offense. And the thing is, people know he's the centerpiece, and he's still getting what he wants. That is what is very nice to have if you are a Barkley owner.
Absolutely. And how about Patrick Mahomes, the fastest to get to 220K? As far as passing yards are concerned,
I think he was. He just passed Matt Stafford. I think previously held the record to fastest to 20. So yes, he was. He still had that Super Bowl beatdown that Tampa Bay gave them 2 years ago on his mind, I'm sure, because he was not letting up. And I was going against Patrick Mahomes in one league. Luckily, I had Mike Evans to bail me out in that shootout. So even though I was going against Mahomes and he was beating me upside the head with touchdowns, Mike Evans was offsetting it with his touchdowns. And yes, Breece Hall, hey, it is time, folks. Unleash him. And that touchdown to seal the game against Pittsburgh was phenomenal. I mean, he was stopped at the 1-yard line, and he did a go-go gadget arm to extend that ball across the thing. And, yeah, he fumbled, but it was after it broke the plane. So, good play. Breece Hall, I think he's going to be everything and more. So, for those patient owners that spend a 4th, 5th round pick on him, fire him up in a flex or, even a run. Like I said, we saw those running back injuries. Breece Hall's a good fill-in.
Go Jets!
There you go. Some good Jets news. All right. Hey, shout out there. Look at there, calculator. Black tie is in the building.
Yeah.
We need to have party.
You guys are bringing everybody out today.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. Yeah, black tie. Nice. Thank you for the shout out there. All right. Okay, 2 more studs before we go to the duds. There they are. Wide receivers. Last night, man, they both went off.
And you know what's crazy about those two? Polar opposites. Cup, he'll get all those little short things and just needle you to death. Get a 5-yard route here, a 10-yard route here, and then Deebo Samuel will take a 10-yard crossing pattern and take it to the house for a 70-yard touchdown. He does it on basically. He is more efficient. It's Cup with targets and it's Samuel with efficiency, but both of them are definitely studs this past Monday night. Okay,
did we miss any studs, Lacey?
No, I think you got it covered pretty well.
Yeah, you did well.
Okay, all right. Well, let's get to the other side of things. Every time, for every stud, there's a couple duds out there, and man. Let's get them on out there.
All of my wide receivers.
I heard a new name. It was Nauseous Harris. So if you're a Najee owner, hey, and we will.
That wasn't Eric.
I was the first one on this show to say I did not like Najee Harris this year, and it is really showing. However, the new quarterback in town might pick things up. I don't know. Mark Andrews definitely bit me in the mini draft. I tried to play keep away from 4-1-1 and it bit me in the butt. Darren Waller, he was tackled on the 1-yard line on one of his 3 catches. So that made it look even worse. Jalen Waddle, I think that was more of a product of just wanted to feed Tyreek Hill and Tua going out. And then Kyle, I feel sorry for Kyle Pitts owners because it's one of those things where you have to start him and you can't trade him because you're never going to get full value for Kyle Pitts. And I mean, people offer stuff for you, but it's not going to be what you drafted him for. So it's one of those things where plug your nose and keep starting them every week, my friends. Yeah, you kind of stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's just like you just kind of stuck with them. I forget the name of that song, but we'll get Black Tie to play it. Was it Huey Lewis and the News? Stuck with you?
You know, so
Oh yeah. Oh, and there's another thing about Pitts. The bad thing about Pitts is his talent didn't go away. Marcus Mariota threw 7 times last week. 7 times. That was a product of them winning the game. They were in the lead, and the other team could just not stop the run. They didn't even. I mean, that's so. They're one of those things where, hey, if you're going to run, keep running until you stop them. When they weren't stopping them, so they were going to keep running the ball. So and it's one of those things where, hey, this is the Tampa Bay game. I'm calling it now. Pitts will get a touchdown this weekend.
Oh, you heard it right here.
Guaranteed.
All right.
Well, the calculator.
We are talking about studs, right?
Well, yeah, I'm talking about next week. He's going to be on the stud list.
No. I mean, but as long as we're talking about studs, I want to make sure that I call out some of my some of the people on my teams that are letting me down on a regular basis.
Lacey's duds. Here we go.
Okay. Who are you? Either he's my hero or he's a zero. I don't understand why there's such a wide flux. Now, I do understand that Jalen Hurts didn't have the kind of studly game that he usually has. And so I guess that's why Devontae Smith just did nothing. It was really painful. When I'm looking at my scores and expecting to see some progress and I see 3 points. What?
Yeah, and well, he also went out. I thought I was happy to see him come back in the game because he actually had to leave.
I'm not happy that he came back because he didn't do a damn thing.
Well, so. You don't forget they were in a downpour in that game.
Yeah. I get all of that.
Well, that's why you can't really be mad at the guy.
And then Rashad Bateman.
Yes.
I'm tired of that dude.
That's because as soon as you start him, he's not going to do anything. But when you put him on the bench, he'll get a 70-yard touchdown.
I'm sitting here trying to decide whether to sit Jerry Jeudy and Romeo Doubs and people like that, and I'm starting these guys, and then just doing nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. It feels personal.
Oh man. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you for that, Lacey, because there's important information there that you gave too, at your expense. But yes, it is now time to zip through the waiver wire.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna get the graphic up, show the players, and zip right on through there, so we can get to the listener league.
Oh yes, because I know Lacey wants to rub it in to somebody's. But I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, yeah. Let me have my moment.
Yeah. But again, Michael Gallup, he showed he's back, and I think he's going to be an excellent compliment. You're for the Algier owners. Jared Goff, perfect again. I'll say it again to Detroit people. Number 1 offense and dead last in defense. So he will definitely get the volume. Conklin, anytime you can get a tight end that's available, that's decent. Brian Robinson, fire him up if he's medically cleared, because they're definitely going to open the gates up to him with they were kind of showing their hand. But beware Isaiah McKenzie. I like him long term. Short term, he has to pass a concussion protocol. And George Pickens, I mean, his target share is increasing week after week.
Pickett likes him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's Deontay Johnson owners are getting a little worried.
All right. Very good. So get ready to grab those players. I mean, there's some leagues where you can grab them right now. Then there's other leagues where you have to put your claim in. And then you wake up the next morning, like on Christmas Day, and hope that you have your present under the tree. But some of those people may be a Jared Goff. And speaking of Jared Goff, his name is going to come up in the next hour on the Sportsworld show. I know why, because I was a part of the production meeting, but definitely tune in to hear more about Jared Goff. But anyway, it's time now to move into the Listener League.
Yes. Mr. Producer, can one of our producers bring up the screen of the Listener League for if people can follow along? But if the Camel Clutch, his winning streak comes to an end, even though it was 124 points, it wasn't enough. But I will concentrate on me and Lacey's matchup. A lot of people say, "Dang, Lacey, how you do?" But I want to bring people's attention to a drop ad that happened at 12:57, 3 minutes before kickoff. After I'd done my print screen so I could follow, I was following Evan Ingram. And then all of a sudden, when I go to the 4 o'clock games, I pull up my stat tracker and I'm already beaten by the 4 o'clock game. I said, what in the heck happened? Lacey went in 3 minutes before kickoff, picked up TJ Hawkinson, who had the 7th highest scoring for a tight end in the history of fantasy football.
Wow. What an ad.
Almost 40 points by a tight end. I was breathless, and when she had Jamal Williams I was taking my medicine with the Jamal Williams. I said, okay.
Well, and I had Javonte Williams also.
But TJ Hawkinson drove the stake to my heart. And then I'm watching the Sunday night game. I'm down. I'm already kicked. And now she's starting to bury me alive with the Mahomes. The people I traded to her, Mr. 411.
Yes.
She threw him in my face.
Even put Marquise Brown in the game.
I know. Didn't need to. She was doing the two guys. I gave her 60 points, Mr. 411, in just our matchup. Dalvin Cook's thinking it up. Jalen Hurts playing in a monsoon. I mean,
cold-blooded. Just cold-blooded.
Mr. Calculator, you know my process. I know you do because we've talked about it before. On Sunday morning, I don't even look at the lineups until after the injury report at 11:30, and then I go out and I try to see who are the best players that are out there that are better than some of these scrubs on my team. And I saw TJ Hawkinson and I said, well, I think he'll get more points than Evan Ingram, and he did.
Slightly.
And the double say, if any other league, I would have picked him up. However, this is a league I had Travis Kelce, so I can't burn a bench spot on a block move at week 4 of a season. Yeah. Well, if it was playoffs, TJ Hawkinson would already. Yeah, if this was playoffs and TJ Hawkinson was out there, he would not have been available for pickup. But week 4, I can't.
That's
I can't
the
burn.
Place he was available.
Spot. So and then of course Miles Sanders, 36 points on my bench because that was just me not wanting to put all my eggs in a Philly basket, so to speak.
Which so turns out to be it was a running day, not a receiving day.
Yeah, because even Jalen Hurts, I mean, he had a rushing touchdown, but they just had 3 more rushing touchdowns by 2 separate players. So, I mean, I'm going to take my medicine because I'm a little encouraged. DJ Moore is showing life. So, yeah.
But guess what, Calculator? Let's give a round of applause for Lacey with that great pickup at the last minute.
Yeah.
It works and sometimes definitely. Yeah. But I tell you, that's one of my little tricks that I like to do is I like to go out just before the game starts and see if there's anybody that I think is pretty good available that's better than somebody
and one of the things to the number 1 team in the league, C-Town Ballers, it's fortunate that he keeps playing teams that he could only one of 3 teams that he could score and beat, because I would have beaten C-Town Ballers this week. Camel Clutch in his matchup. I mean, so C-Town, he is 4-0, but let's do a little looky head next week. I get C-Town Ballers this week, and preview looks like it's going to be in the 140, so I'm looking forward to that.
Zachariah, I think.
Yes, it is Zachariah.
Yeah, that's why you saw the Sports Brothers intro right there for a second.
Okay. But I was wondering where that came from.
I want to point out, if people joined us on our live draft show, there is a a fiery feud between a guy named Josh and Larry.
Peanuts.
And yes, Carter's Peanuts, and they are playing Larry
Curly
this week. So yes,
Have an announcement to make before you break that down, calculator.
Yes, what's the announcement?
There's a sponsor for their matchup. It's the Listener League Game of the Week. It's Copier Bowl 2022 between Carter's Peanuts and Larry.
Oh, the Copier Bowl.
The copy machine bowl, right? So here it is. They're going to be playing.
If people don't know where this is from, they used to work at Rico together, which is a copy manufacturing.
Oh, we all did. Those were the days.
Yes, and a lot of times when Carter's Peanuts had a victory, he was trying to find Larry. They said Larry was behind the copiers. Hiding. I love that picture. One's laughing, one's not happy. I think that was after that was a picture taken after Carter eliminated Larry from one of our leagues in the playoffs one year. Yes, but Larry loves revenge, and I think that's what Larry is going to be looking for. Also, another one, Lacey. You get to go against your son. You can teach him a lesson.
Is that what?
Yes. So you have your son coming up, and but I also want to go to we talked about moves that live in infamy. If we look at back four, Carter's Peanuts versus Carter's Peanuts. Who's the real Carter's Peanuts? Will they please stand up?
Must be Robert.
That was Robert. Robert pulled an old 4-1-1 trick. Carter, I think, Robert, in case he lost, he wanted to be hidden behind the name. But because he put all that down before Mike Evans went off, so Mike Evans kind of saved the day for Carter's Carter. Well, I say Carter. It's supposed to be Robert. I don't even know what name to go. We'll just say Robert.
This is just proof that you cannot idiot-proof the league.
Yeah.
He did what he had to do. So yes, the real Carter's Peanut was not victorious. The impersonator won that game. But yes, we have had a good fun. With
wait a minute. Larry Stone Cold wants to know where is Kittle. Where is Kittle?
Oh well, he's healthy. However, he is just not targeted. It was kind of odd. If you look at their game plan for the Rams, it was they were going to throw to Deebo Samuel. So you tell me why you have the best cornerback in the league and you don't match him up with Deebo Samuel. I'm sorry. I'm going to call Sean McVay out. I think he is very offensive genius. Yeah, fine. But you are paying a guy at the highest paid cornerback in the league, and you're going to put him on one side of the field. No, you take him, you put him on the best wide receiver in the league, and let somebody else beat you. And they did not do that. And that's why Kyle Shanahan beats Sean McVay week after week. And yes, I am very salty because I did lose a weekly pool because of that pick. Because Sean McVay does not know defense. So Sean McVay, he needs to go and get old Wade Phillips back out of retirement, because that's the only time that defense was any good, was when Wade Phillips was running that defense.
Absolutely. All right.
Okay.
Great. So exciting listener league. Get ready for the Copier Bowl.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
Last graphic for that bowl, right? Carter's Peanuts versus Larry.
Oh man.
The winner gets the Copier trophy. All right.
Oh, and you need to copyright that picture up, Mr. Foreman. We don't want other people making copies of that.
Especially with our copier, right?
That's right. There we go.
All right. Well, man. Who was that, Lacey?
Was that a Rico copier?
Well, you know, until we get the deal signed, we're not going to announce what type of copier it was.
He's like a cannon, but I don't know.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Somebody's going to be hiding behind it after the game.
Regardless, one of these people will be hiding.
Okay.
All right. Well, look, it's time for the mini draft. We have 20 minutes to go, so we're doing great. The mini draft, and remember now, we're playing for that juicy steak dinner, which will be catered, and it's catered food by Angelica. Angelica Roberts, 478-396-2810. 478-396-2810. Angelica Roberts, they do it well, man. Their food is fantastic.
And that's why Mr. 411 is pulling out all the stops in this league, because he won last week again. He literally beat me because I took it Mark Andrews and he took Kelsey, even though I picked ahead of him. So I'm very perturbed. I went away from my strategy and basically allowed 411 to back out another victory. So it's 4112. Captain Cosmo, aka Default, with one win, and me and Lacey still we got to get on the board this week, Lacey.
Okay.
Quick question: if the Default wins, I mean, what are they going to eat?
Well, then I guess we'll go to second place, right?
Okay. All right. Well, we'll figure all that out later.
Well, yeah, we still got a few weeks to figure that out.
I think we'll be back just in time for that.
Yeah. If he takes the lead, he's going to start showing up to the podcast.
Yeah, it's almost time for the Wheel of Names.
Okay.
Almost time for the Wheel of Names, so we can get ready to draft.
Yep.
But let's go ahead and get a couple things up here on the board. All right. Did you also have that graphic again with the standings?
Yes, I'll go back to that after I start. Okay. It looks like the Default will get the number one pick again. So
Captain Cosmo, Zach.
Yes, let's go to the Defaults and put Captain. This was last week for people. 411 was 103 points. I was up with 86 due to thank you, Mark Andrews. And then Lacey with third place at 74. And then Captain Cosmo with 51, aka Default.
Okay, wait a minute. Who did I pick? Because I can never remember who I chose.
You chose Jalen Hurts, Leonard Fournette, Tyreek Hill, and Tyler Conklin.
Oh, that was a bad time to pick. Tyler Conklin.
Hey, Tyler Conklin, he outscored Mark Andrews. So, so you can say, for what it's worth. But yes, well, Leonard Fournette, I thought was a very clever pick by you. You saved him as one of the last picks after a lot of running backs were on the board. I remember I took Saquon Barkley first, so you decided to skip on running back. And Leonard Fournette, almost 20 points for the last running back pick. Not bad. He outscored Jonathan Taylor.
Not bad. It's just not great.
Yeah.
So we're going to get that draft order together.
Okay. So Captain is on the board, or AKA Default, and give him the number one pick.
And we'll just give a brief overview of what we're doing here, mini draft. We spin the wheel, find out our draft order. We draft in snake format, 1 through 4, and then 4 through 1, 1 through 4, 4 through 1. We are each going to draft one player from the quarterback, tight end, running back, and wide receiver position. We're going to use the stats that we utilize in the listener league, which is a PPR league. With the addition in that league, we also have a 0.25 per carry, because we love to give the running backs their due.
Got to give them some love. We got to give the workhorse running backs some love, right?
Absolutely. Okay. Why not?
All right. So this is Lacey number 3, and that means 411 has the 4th pick. Okay. So with that said, what are we going to give Captain as a quarterback, running back? Do you want me to just give him the top quarterback of the league? Okay. Josh Allen. Josh Allen.
Okay. Seems like he gets him every week.
Yeah, even when he's not picking first, because a lot of people, we're not picking quarterbacks with our first pick. Running back, I'm going to I got to stay with what I think is the number one running back on the board again with Saquon Barkley. Got to pick him before Lacey, because Lacey got 2 picks. So I cannot. That's right. If I pick him before Lacey, I'm going to get Saquon Barkley. Okay, Lacey, you have board's wide open. One quarterback's been taken. One running back's been taken.
Okay. Damn it! Detroit's playing New England. That's a hard one. take Kirk Cousins.
You're going quarterback. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, going against who's he going against? The Chicago Bears?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Now, Mr. 401. I think he's Mr. Producers. We're trying to get the producers to find out what is wrong with Mr. 411. The most important part of the show, and Mr. 411 is frozen.
Am I gone?
Oh well, you're okay. Now you're back. Okay, we were
Okay.
just worried about you.
I'm sorry. Hello.
Okay. Just give me Cooper Cup.
Hey,
You learned that one, huh?
yeah, he learned that one. Okay, and another pick, Mr. 4-1. You get the next pick as well.
Oh my goodness. Okay, this is interesting. You know what? I think he had a subpar game in game one, but I think last week by his standards. But I'm gonna go with the NFC Player of the Month, Jalen Hurts.
Okay. Looks like I'll be last to pick a quarterback again since all three quarterbacks are taken. I won't use quarterback on my next two picks. So, but Lacey, you're up. So that makes my decision a little bit easier.
There's a question that you could tackle while we're after.
Yes. Yes. Take that all day, every day. Even though it's a 2-for-1. No, hold on. I'm sorry. I would not trade Evans and Goddard for Kelsey. I thought somebody was offering Kelsey. I would take if Kelsey was it. And the reason I say that is Goddard, well, first of all, Goddard does have an early bye week. That's the only bad thing. But then but he's solid. He's double digits. He's guaranteed. And we saw what Mike Evans can do, especially with Godwin always getting hurt. Julio Jones being Julio Jones, which means constantly hurt, and Russell Gage just not being that good. He is Tom Brady's favorite target, and he is a TD monster. So yes, I would rather have Evans and Goddard than Kelsey.
Okay. I will take Stephon Diggs.
All right, you digging them. All right, good pick.
Okay.
And Caden, the Colts fan, we thank you for your question.
And before he's taken, I got to go Kelsey. Just for that reason. And I'm going to give Captain Mark Andrews the next tight end, and I will give him Jonathan Taylor at I shouldn't give him Jonathan Taylor because we don't even know if he's going to play, right?
Right.
It's kind of a dicey, yeah. I will go.
Well, we'll stay with running back. Let's see. Well, Joe Mixon did pretty good last week. Ooh, I know. Let's give him Nick Chubb.
He likes Nick Chubb.
Yeah. Okay. I don't need a quarterback because you two behind me have a quarterback, so I gotta go wide receiver. So I'm gonna go Justin Jefferson.
Nice.
If Kirk Cousins gives Lacey some love, hopefully it's going to be going to Justin Jefferson. All right, Lacey, you're up.
Okay.
Running back and tight end. And as you can see, that you don't need a quarterback, and you don't so whatever you take is going to be ahead of 4-1, and then 4-1 is going to pay you back with somebody he's going to take before you pick because you guys both need a wide running back tight end.
Oh, damn it.
Which is why I covered both of those with my pick.
Well, let's see. I will take the Chiefs running back. It was Hilaire.
Oh, CEH. I just put CEH. I mean, he's definitely been doing his thing.
They seem like they're running the ball more, so. And they're playing the Raiders, so.
Oh man, that could be juicy.
Yeah. And all I need is a tight end now.
Mm-hmm. So Lacey, you took. Oh, I'll put it CH under 4-1-1. All right, Mr. 4-1-1, you're up.
So it's my pick now?
Yeah, you have to get a running back and a tight end.
Oh, back to back.
Yep, back to back.
Well, let me go Eckler.
Good pick.
And let me go. Well, he's not going to be as great as he was this week, but I'm still going to take him anyway. And that's Hawkinson.
Damn you! I was going back to the well.
Well, you know, I don't know this, but I'm pretty sure if you would have taken Hawkinson, Lacey, he would have picked Eckler anyways, and then CH would have fell to you. So, but that's just speculation. I don't know if that's for sure.
I'll take Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews is gone. He's Mr. Default.
What?
He's on the defaults team.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so who's gone? Kelsey,
Andrews, and Hawkinson.
Kelsey, Andrews.
That means
I'm missing somebody. What is
the pressure.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's the pressure.
Ooh, I'm sweating now. Let's see. I'll go with Green Bay's tight end.
Tunyon?
All right.
I seem to remember that they have one, so maybe that'll work out.
And see, for me, I still need a quarterback. And I think I'm surprised he's still on there, but yeah, 4-1 didn't take him, so I'm gonna take Lamar Jackson. I think he won't have, for a guy that scored 50 points twice.
Yeah.
And we get extra points for carries. He does, so he'll get those extra 0.25 points for a carry, not just for the yards he gabbles up. So I'm going for Lamar Jackson, and then that gives. So and I'm gonna give the captain Jamar Chase. They are going against the 30th ranked secondary in the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday night. So if this isn't a bounce back game, I don't see one coming in the near future. So yes, but there's our lineups, folks, for the mini draft.
Okay.
All right. Looking forward to it.
That's right. Captain's got Josh Allen, Nick Chubb, Jamar Chase, Mark Andrews. I have Lamar Jackson, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Kelsey. Lacey has Kirk Cousins, CEH, Diggs, and Tunyon. And 401, Jalen Hurts, Eckler, Cooper Kupp, and rounding out with TJ Hawkinson.
Awesome. All right. Great job. Great job there. Looking forward to it. It is always fun to do the mini draft. All right. Yeah. Well, look, man, we're doing great here. You asked, you brought this up last week. You said 4-1. Why you didn't play the like, subscribe, and notification button? Okay.
The best
Did not forget this time. And we do appreciate everybody who's on here and commenting and watching and listening. And tell your family and friends to do this.
Like, subscribe, notify, and notify. That's very crucial, right? We said, right, Mr. 401, because waivers run tomorrow for 70% of leagues out there. So the quicker you get in there, the quicker we can try and get you the information out there so that you can get it. And hey, Thursday night's only 2 days away, so you need to be prepared for that. So we try to get you the news, and we try to get you.
I'll be cruising.
Yeah. You'll be cruising. Okay.
I'll be cruising.
Well, Lacey, I'll be passing by your neck of the woods. Well, I'll be on the turnpike.
You going to Disney?
Yeah, I'm going to Disney, spending some time with the fam.
Well, since I survived Ian, St. Augustine was underwater downtown.
Okay. And I was meant to say, I'm glad it looked like you. And is your daughter back at port?
She's back in Tampa. Yeah, she had to. She evacuated to here, and then that almost didn't work out.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. I was like, man, running from the hurricane and it's still coming for you. It's like it's following you. I
actually had a tree down in my yard.
Okay, but everything okay though, right?
Oh yeah. Okay, they came and cut it up, and I don't know what they did with it. But I'm happy to be. I'm happy just to be.
Absolutely. Well, and we're glad everything went okay as well.
The weekend, yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
I'll be back Monday.
All right. Well,
I'll be missing you though, but you know, y'all keep me in mind. Mr. One, I might have to shoot you a couple ideas for my mini draft though, because I don't want to default like you know who. So
I could let Lacey make all your picks, and then
no, hey, I might just have to call you on the phone for one. While I'm standing in line to ride a ride, I said, let me call in my mini draft picks.
Hey, look, Vinny Testaverde will be available.
Yes.
Oh man.
All right. Well, thank you all for being on here. As you always are weekly, Calculator, Lacey. All right. And for the Calculator, Lacey, I'm Mr. 401. We thank you all for watching and listening. Tune in at 7:10 p.m. for the Sports Brothers show. Hit that like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. And hit the like button as well. All right. We thank you all. Have a great one. See you next week.
All right. Bye.